Hi, Dorothy. I see that you made a reservation at my father's restaurant, right? And it's a company get-together? Thank you for the reservation. Oh, that. I wanted to see what your father's restaurant is like. I hope you like it. It's got 2 Michelin stars, in case you were wondering. Yes, I know without you telling me, and I know it's your father's restaurant. I'm the one who decided to show up, right? What's with all the bragging? You're not a 3-star restaurant. Yes, but it's not easy to get 2 stars. The fact that we've had it for so many years, it means that everyone is happy with the food, and that makes us happy. But 2 stars means that something is missing to get the 3-star rating, right? Well, I suppose. Well, I'll make sure I'm right about that. Huh? Dorothy, you're amazing. You'll be able to find out what we're missing? Yep. I often go to eat because of my job. Come to think of it, Dorothy, you work for that famous company in the restaurant industry, right? Yes, I do. That's why my taste buds are so discerning. I see. So you must eat a lot of food on a regular basis. Isn't it hard? Are you saying I'm fat because of that? What? Of course not. No matter how much eating is your job, it must be hard to eat a lot of food every day. I'm sure there are a lot of things you don't like. Don't try to cover it up. You're calling me fat. What's the matter with you? Just because you're tall and stylish, are you making fun of me? I told you I'm not. Alright, whatever. I know you're trying to make fun of me. I didn't like you before, but now I really don't like you. What? I don't like you. I'll show you what happens to people I don't like. No, Dorothy, please, let's just calm down. I'm not gonna calm down. I'm not going to be made a fool of by someone who doesn't know anything about the world. You don't know anything about society. What do you mean? Exactly what I said. You're the daughter of a business owner, so you were raised without understanding the real world. And now you're judging me? I'm going to tell you that you're a million years too young to be judging people. How could you say that? Huh? Are you going to cry? Are you going to cry, Daddy's little girl? I mean, can you not cry yet? What? I'll make you cry even harder later. You'll have to look forward to it. The day of the reservation. Hello. How's the fancy restaurant doing? Dorothy, is this what you were talking about the other day? What do you mean by that? You said you were going to make me cry. Was your plan to stand up your reservation to make us lose money? Oh my God, you already knew about this. My father contacted me. He said, it seems your acquaintance reservation was cancelled without notice. Oh, really? Your father came crying to you? How pathetic. Dorothy, this isn't funny. If you work in this industry too, then you should understand. Of course I understand. That's why I did it. Huh? Reservations on Fridays and Saturdays are the key to revenue. If there's a hole there, sales will take a huge hit. And you're talking about 70 reservations this time. With that many reservations, it's going to be hard to deal with other customers, so the most of the restaurant would have to be reserved for the group. Yes, we could only take very few other reservations today. Of course you could! So you guys are losing so much money today. Even the dishes made with high-quality ingredients were all thrown away. My condolences. I thought that this reservation was for a company get-together. Are you saying you actually made reservations elsewhere? No, I didn't. What? There wasn't a reception to begin with. What? Our company has a good name, right? I was just using it as a good reason to book a large group at a fancy restaurant. You're terrible. It's my company, so I can use it however I want. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Just pay the cancellation fee. What? You can bring it to the store. If you want to pay by bank transfer too, in that case, we will send you an invoice by mail. $10,000, right? Huh? If you cancel on the day of the event, it's 50% of the price, so it's $10,000, right? No, it's not. Huh? It's $10,000, right? That's so expensive. $10K for a mere cancellation is a ripoff, isn't it? That's why I won't pay. What? I don't have the money to pay a store that's trying to rip me off. Do you really think I'll let you get away with that? I'm not going to pay $10,000 in cancellation fees. I have friends in the mafia, so don't get too carried away. I'll destroy the store and your father. Are you talking about the new guy who just started working at your company? What? How do you know about that? Huh? What? What do you want to know? Do you want to know why I know about the man in the mafia? Or do you want to know why I know that he just started to work at your company? I want to know both. How can you not even be scared when I started to talk about the mafia? Oh, well, it's just a normal occurrence for me. What? I'm surrounded by the mafia. Huh? What do you mean? My father is also in organized crime. Wait, what? Your father is in the mafia too? Who knows? Don't play dumb with me. You can't just say this is a normal occurrence. If that wasn't true. I don't think so. I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, I don't see the mafia as a threat to me or anything. Do you expect me to believe you? What? Do you think I'm stupid? You're trying to fool me. Fat people are stupid. That's what you're trying to say, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the truth. Then prove it. What? Show me the proof. I won't believe someone who's just talking out of their ass. Why don't you ask your friend, the one you mentioned earlier? What? You know someone in the mafia, don't you? Why don't you ask him who his boss is? Huh? Come on, hurry up. Shut up! Why should I let you tell me what to do? So, you don't need proof? I thought that would be the quickest way to prove it. Fine! All I need to do is ask, right? Don't run away from this. I'm not running away. Please take your time. He said James Carter is his boss. Carter isn't your last name, right? So he isn't related to you. How is this proof? That's my uncle. Huh? My father's brother. Huh? But that's not your last name. If you're a man, even if you're married, you don't change your last name. It changes when you get adopted, doesn't it? Huh? My father joined my mother's side of the family as a son-in-law when he got married, so our family is not a Carter. Is that true? Huh? Do you have proof that he's your uncle? Again? You keep saying to show you proof. Why don't you check it out yourself? Huh? You say you don't believe what I'm saying, but you won't investigate by yourself, right? Wouldn't you be convinced if you looked it up yourself? The smartphone in front of you right now is not just a tool for communication. You mocked me again. Well, you don't seem smart. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, if you have time to complain like that, why don't you investigate? If it were me, as soon as I heard the boss's name, I'd do a search right away. You made me wait 5 minutes just to get a name. I don't know what took you so long. You're getting on my nerves. What I do is my business. Alrighty, fine, but please look it up already. You're pissing me off. So, did you figure it out? Stop texting me! Huh? Why? It's not like I'm hurting anyone. I didn't text you for a reason. Ah, I see. You didn't text me. I'm sorry. It's because you found out that the boss was really my uncle, right? So, what if it was? Now you know the truth, right? And so what? It doesn't change the fact that I know a member of the mafia. If something were to happen to me, he would come help me. Huh? Why? How could you still keep saying that? Huh? Your uncle may be in the mafia, but you aren't, right? And if your father isn't in the mafia, then it's not a problem. There's a big problem. Where? You caused trouble at a store owned by the brother of the mafia boss, right? So? The boss is supposed to cover up for his henchman's blunders. Huh? Are you serious? Ugh, I'm telling you, the way of talking down to people, it really pisses me off. It's fine. What? Because I'm really making fun of you. Huh? You're talking about the mafia world, right? Don't think that they live in the same world as us. We live in the same world. Then why don't you tell your friend about everything that's happened and ask him to handle it? That's a good idea. He asked me earlier what's going on. I told him about it, and he said he'll talk to his boss and straighten it out. You're the one in trouble, aren't you? Well, why don't you try your luck and see what happens? If you insist, I'll do it. Just give me a minute. Dorothy, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Do you understand your situation now? This is different. What? That man! He told me that he'll clean up any of my messes. But then he said in my situation it's impossible. So that's what he said. Are you laughing at me? Of course I am. Where are the henchmen who will stand up to their boss? I'm not asking him to stand up to the boss. I'm asking him to clean up my mess. But that means standing up to him. What? You mess with the boss's brother's territory. So what? It's not like we had a falling out. On the contrary, we're very good friends. And now, one of his subordinates is trying to do wrong to his brother's store. Which side will the boss take? You shouldn't even need to think about it. Huh? You mean he'd abandon his subordinate? Yes, that's what it would mean. Why would he do anything to hurt his brother by blood? Aren't henchmen important? After all, henchmen are henchmen. Huh? In the mafia world, as long as you are a henchman, it is the law to be loyal and benevolent. Breaking that code is not acceptable under any circumstances. If you ever betray the boss, it is a disgrace to the boss and your mafia family. Your acquaintance's life may even be in danger. What? It's not that big of a deal. In the mafia world, it is a big deal. What is this acquaintance of yours anyway? Your lover or something, right? What? Why would you say that? I understand that much. You're a more obvious person than you think. What? And I've seen you around quite a bit, in between work and stuff. I've been seeing you with that friend of yours. How did you know? I'm in the real estate business. Your company is developing a store in our building. I sometimes see you and him when I'm making rounds. What? You're not a housewife? I'm sorry for not being a social dropout. It seems like you are, though. Why? Because you're breaking all the rules. What? Well, I know that you don't like me. The truth is that my father's restaurant is a competitor for your company, so that's why you're trying to destroy it, right? What? Your company owns a high-end restaurant near my father's restaurant, but sales are low. That's right! It's his restaurant's fault! I heard it was your father's store, so I wanted to destroy it and make you cry. How did you know? Your thoughts are easy to read. You're so simple-minded. I was right about everything, huh? So you're saying you had it all figured out from the beginning? Well, I knew you were going to do something, but I never thought you would break the rules like this. You? A member of the mafia? How dare you talk to me like that? You're a nuisance of the world. You're the one who took advantage of the troublesome people in the world. What? It's a double standard, isn't it? What's wrong with being passionate about your work? Passionate, huh? How can someone who is flirting with a guy to get what they want say that? Huh? I know that you made your friend the manager and he's running the store. It was your recommendation, wasn't it? Where did you hear that? From various contacts I have, information comes to me. If you know my father's side of the family, you know what I mean, right? Is the mafia really that big? Who knows? They have a lot of enemies, but they also have a lot of supporters. Besides, my father is a famous businessman. I can't believe you're taking advantage of that. It's an information war in this world. You're caught in the middle of it. What? But this really isn't good for you. Someone from headquarters recommending a mafia member as a manager? And he's having an affair with his own partner? Using that to increase profits? Isn't that a big compliance problem? That's right. It's a big problem, isn't it? So what? As long as the head office doesn't find out about it, it's not a problem. But I know. What? I told you before, didn't I? That there are several of your stores in our building. I can't rent a place to a company with a problem like this. What do you mean? What are you trying to do? You're currently talking to the president. What? The president? What? I wonder what will happen once the Smith Building's affiliate president speaks to your boss. Smith Building's affiliate? That famous Smith company, right? Yes, that's right. I'm Linda Smith. I am the president of Smith Real Estate, an affiliate of the Smith Building. What? You are from Smith Real Estate? I mean, our store is in the Smith Real Estate building. Why are you still surprised? Didn't you look at the document when you signed the lease? I left it to my subordinates and didn't look at the contract documents properly. I'm stunned. And on top of that, you put a mafia as the manager. You've got to be kidding me. Hey, what did you tell them? This isn't going to change my position at work, will it? I don't know anything about that. I just told them what happened. After that, it's up to them to make their own decision. But if things continue as they are, I can't rent a place to a company that has people like that involved. You understand what I'm saying, right? So that's what I told them. But that's the same as saying they need to do something about me. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Is something going to happen to me? I'm not interested because I don't care. That's terrible. Who's the terrible one here? A moment ago, you were cursing me out with foul language, weren't you? I'll submit these horrible texts to our boss as evidence. What? I think it would be in the best interest of your company if you, as an employee, were to leave. Just by being here, you're being a negative influence. But my job! I don't think work is the only thing you have to worry about. What? You had an affair with a mobster. If the company punishes you for that, it will affect your home life too. No! And you were married to another man in the company, right? It's a sure thing that they would find out. Yeah. Your husband is very serious, right? He won't tolerate a social dropout, will he? Stop saying that! You told me that so many times, though. But... Oh, maybe I should fine you for defamation of character. Should I do it? Don't be silly! I'm not trying to be silly. Oh, but you have to pay the cancellation fee, right? 10,000? Huh? It's $20,000. Uh-huh? Why 20,000? If it's 50%, it's 10,000. No. That's if you cancel on the day of the event. Dorothy, you canceled without notice, right? In that case, it's 100% payment. What? 100%? It's the same at your store, isn't it? Can you please stop being so surprised on purpose? It's $20,000? Hey, can't you talk to your father about it? I don't think so. If you don't pay, I'll be fining you for that too. What? Anyway, I won't let you say you've forgotten about it. You can't even get help from anyone. And now I know a lot of things about you, so there's nowhere you can run. That's... And using your company's name and canceling without notice? I wonder if your company will charge you something. What? You're kidding, right? You need to talk to the company about that. I don't have jurisdiction over this. Why did this happen? Who knows? Well then, I have nothing more to say to you. You're on your own after this. What? I'll block your number too. Goodbye. Dorothy tried to keep texting me over and over, but of course since I have her blocked, furthermore, she tried to rely on her acquaintances to help, but they also blocked her, and she can't contact them anymore. She asked her husband as a last resort. I got tricked, and I need money, she begged him. The company had already told him about the affair and the no-show, so Dorothy was served with divorce papers. With no one to rely on, Dorothy has stopped thinking. She was fired from the company, had to pay the cancellation fee at my father's restaurant, and unable to deal with the situation on her own, she ran back to her parents' house and cried to them. I heard that she is going to be kicked out of her parents' house soon, though. I wonder what will happen next.